Let me ask you a simple question. Why do so many students fear MIPS assembly language? Not because it's hard, but because it's misunderstood. MIPS is actually one of the most logical architecture ever designed. So it is a register based architecture. So everything happens inside the register, and the memory is just storage, like the brain is in the register. Okay, memory is just like a storage, like the brain is in the register. So once you accept this idea, right, then assembly stops being scary and starts making sense. We will make some problems, we will solve some problems in the in this video as well. So please watch this video till the end to understand this MIPS assembly language. Why we split expression? So if we have any expression, so why we split expressions in order to convert that normal expression to MIPS assembly language? So as humans, we can see an expression and solve it instantly. Yes or no? If we see an expression, we will solve it instantly. But a CPU doesn't have intuition. Okay? CPU cannot solve complex math in one step. It has rules like one instruction, one operation, that's it. So when you see a complex expressions, the CPU sees multiple small tasks waiting in line. Understanding this is the turning point for mastering the assembly language. Okay, so like they will be break into small, and after that the temporary register will store the intermediate results. Results. Okay. Now let me give you a example. Think about planning your monthly budget. Okay, you don't mix everything together. You calculate expenses in parts. Okay, then you compare the totals, like you will be you'll what are the expenses are there, right? Monthly expenses, you will divide that. So small, so one is groceries and another one is current bill and another one is rent, travel, all these. Okay, in parts you will calculate what you are spending, and you will calculate the totals. You will compare the totals. What are the money you are spending and what are the money you are saving. Okay, so that's we are doing this process because it is not that you are slow, but because it is efficient. The CPU also follows the efficiency, not shortcuts. And that's exactly what we copy in MIPS. Okay. Now let me tell you one concept. Register mapping concept. So in MIPS, registers are like labeled boxes on a desk. So just remember, registers are like labeled boxes on a desk. So each box has a purpose. Some hold inputs, some hold outputs, and some holds the final answer, and one temporarily holds the while calculation happen. Okay. So if you don't organize these boxes properly, everything will be collapsed. So we have to arrange it properly. That's why register mapping is the first exam step, not the last. Okay, first we have to map the registers. Now let us solve one question. We have to convert the following expression to MIPS assembly language code. Okay, f equal to g plus h minus I plus j, where f to j is in dollar symbol s0 to dollar symbol h4. Okay. Now how CPU executes. Okay, so now imagine you are the CPU. You don't jump ahead. You don't assume results. You finish one task before starting the next. Okay, so you will add the first pair, store it safely. You add the second pair, store it safely, and you will subtract the results. This discipline is why CPUs never panic and why toppers never lose marks. Okay, step by step process. Now, memory and erase concept. So here is a concept most students ignore and pay for in exams. So memory doesn't understand array indexes. Okay, Memory don't understand array indexes. So in the previous question, right, you have all only asked about the like just to add and subtract. But what if you got an array? Then you need to understand this. Okay, so memory don't understand array indexes. It understands the addresses. So the CPU must translate an index into a physical location. Okay, so the CPU must translate an index into a physical location. That translation depends on word size. The translation depends on word size. If you miss the steps, and your answer will be wrong. So even if the logic feels right. Okay, now let us solve from this part as well. Okay, by taking an example how to convert the expression which having a array to a normal MIPS assembly language code. Okay, now let me give you a real life example for that array. Let's make this real. Imagine hotel rooms are placed at equal distances. Okay, if each room is 4 meters apart, you don't walk to room 8 by counting doors. Okay, so you calculate distance 8 times 4. Yes or no? Like you won't go to each room 4. Now after that 8, 16 like that. Not like that. If each room is 4 meters apart, you will directly calculate room 8 is equal to 8 into 4. Yes or no? So that's exactly how CPU navigates the memory. No guessing, only math involved. Okay, now if you see for first question I have told the explain the steps. Okay, what steps? First we have to add, after that add, and again that store in that, after adding store that, after adding store that, and again subtract. Like this I have told the steps. Now how to write this in the exam in the correct way? So like this. So given expression you have to write f equal to g plus h minus I plus j. So first f is stored in dollar symbol s0. Next g is stored in dollar symbol s1. H is stored in dollar symbol s2. I is stored in dollar symbol s3. J is stored in dollar symbol s4. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to add, see, dollar s1 and dollar s2, which means g and h. This first one, and that is stored in t0. And after that you will add I is nothing but I plus j, dollar symbol s3 and dollar symbol s4. You are adding these two and storing in t1. So t0 t1 are holding the values, the addition of this and this. Now you are subtracting and storing that in f. So subtract, like in dollar s0, that is f, subtract t0 means this value and t1 means this value. You are subtracting, that's all. This is how you convert the normal expression to a MIPS assembly language code. Now let me tell you how to write for array. Now let's take the example for array. We have to convert the following to MIPS assembly language code. G equal to h plus a of 8, where g is in dollar $s1, h is in dollar $s2, and base of address of a is in dollar symbol $s3. It is given. Yes or no? Yeah. How CPU executes this? Notice that strict order the CPU follows. Okay, first calculate the address of A of 8. Second, load the value into a register. Third, perform the operation. The CPU never break this rule. Whenever you have a error, right? So follow these steps. And exams reward students who respect this sequence. Okay, and exams reward students who respect this sequence. Okay, now how to write this in exam? So I have told the steps, but what is the exact thing you have to write in exams? This one, g equal to h plus a of 8 given. Already we have given g is stored in s1, dollar s1, h is stored in dollar s2, and base address of a is stored in dollar symbol s3. So just you are calculating. Okay, you are calculating that 8 times of a. Okay, 8 times of a. As each byte have, each word has 4 bytes, you have multiplied that 8 into 4. Now again what you have done, you have added that. Okay, added that. what you have added? See, first you are calculating this part. So whenever you have an error, right? Whenever you are having array, first you have to calculate this one. Okay. So after the calculating that, you are adding. So what is meant by LW here? It is nothing but load word. Okay. It is a 32-bit value. Like one word equal to 4 bytes, right? So here 8 into 4, 32, as we have already told. Okay. Now what it is doing? We are storing in T0. What we are storing? The address of this A of 8 array. And after storing this in T0, just final G is stored in S1. So in S1 what we are storing? Adding S2 and T0. That's all. If you write this, that is enough. Now, what are the common mistakes that student does? Most mistakes don't come from lack of study. They come from rushing, forgetting the offsets. This word size. As I told, right, 4 bytes. If you have multiplied 8 into 4, if you not multiplying, just you have write 8 in place of 32, right? It will be wrong again. So skipping temporary registers. So in which registers you are storing, don't forget that. First you have to write which register you are storing, and after that you have to perform the operation. Okay. So assuming memory behaves like a variable. Okay. So you will assume that the direct memory arithmetic like that. You don't have to do that. So if you slow down and respect the process, then MIPS become one of the easiest scoring topics. Okay. Now let me give you a quick exam strategy. So here's a strategy that works under pressure. Before writing any instruction, pause. Okay. Map registers, break expression, calculate offsets. Then write clean instructions. Okay, what you have to do while writing register mapping, right? First you have what you have to do before writing any instruction. First you have to map registers and break expression, calculate offsets, and then write the instructions. This sequence turns confusion into confidence, even in a tense in exam hall. Why this method works? This method works because it mirrors the CPU thinking. Examiners aren't looking for speed, they are looking for clarity. So clean steps show understanding, and understanding always scores higher than memorization. You will definitely get the full marks for this. So a quick final takeaway from my side. If you remember just one thing from this video, remember this. Assembly language is not about syntax. It's about thinking. Think step by step. Think like a CPU. And suddenly MIPS stop being a problem and starts being a strength. Okay. So this is what I want to tell. If you like my explanation and if you find this video is helpful for your exams and for your understanding the concepts, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Voila. Thank you and see you in next video.